We in the building. All right. Get this out of here. What's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. We live everywhere. We live everywhere, y'all. My people, welcome back. I want to say what's up to my moderators. If you're in the house, that's bright. Yo, what's up, mods? There you go. There you go. Yes. It is that time again, man, for us to address topics of concern for my people. What's up? I wanna say we're gonna have a good time tonight, man. We got a lot to cover tonight. And yeah, I'm here for it. Moments of clarity. Moments of clarity. That's what tonight's theme's gonna be. Because everyone needs moments of clarity. Yeah, man. So we up in here, man. And I'm just checking if everything's cool in my chat. I'm FBA, I'm Mississippi. He said you got it with the country pride, fam. Give it up for that. Yeah, FBA, Tutney's family. FBA number one. I'm valid, it's valid, very valid. Hey, fam. Juniper Joy. There we go. Juniper Joy up in the building. We gonna have some fun tonight, man. We gonna have some fun tonight. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, I like it. I like this. Yeah, I got some work to put in tonight, man. Look, I ain't afraid of work. I'm used to working, man. That's up. That's what's up. It's up. It's always up. Yeah, man. That's what we do. We work. That's how I was raised. You don't work, you don't eat. Yeah, that's how it went. Yeah, in the Black House. You got to work to eat, fam. So look, it is what it is. I want to say what's going on, everybody out there tonight. We're on X, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch. And what was it? What was the announcement? There was something. Something was happening. Yeah, we'll get it. Don't matter. We got too much to get to tonight. Of course, you saw the transcripts. We're gonna be talking about Tasha K, Deante Kyle. They threw down the gauntlet. Also, what else we got? We got yeah, I knew I left something over there. Oh, Kamala Harris is back in the news, as well as Jasmine Crockett, as well as this woman by the name of Francesca Hung. Miss Hung. Progressive darling through the tulips. Yeah, we're going to get to that, man. We got a good time. Oh, man. How you like me now? About to do this. Yeah, let's just get it. Do me a favor, hit the like button right now if you're here, if you know how the show is. I want to get this in the algorithm. That's what it is. I want to get this in the algorithm. We got a lot to say tonight. I think my point of view is going to be a little bit different than most people, so yeah. Bookmark this ish. Let's do this. Oh, we also got the Nolan Wells story. With Brandon Fatum. I told you we got a lot on the docket tonight. But we got to start the night off with George Zimmerman. We got to start the night off with this. Because my people, this meme has been going around and people have been making content talking about this meme. They've been addressing it. They've been talking about it like it's real. All right, so George Zimmerman reportedly homeless, unemployed, and facing mental health struggles years after his acquittal in the Trayvon Martin case. And he has this picture of George Zimmerman at the top, looking like he living under a bridge. And then we got a picture, of course, of Trayvon Martin, the late Trayvon Martin. And anybody notice anything about this meme? Besides this bogus fam, look, we gotta. Here it is, man. George Zimmerman. And this is one of the knocks I have about online culture, right? And a lot of shit we run with. We see something, we just believe it. You know? And I get it, there's money in it. You make content, whether it's true or false. You know, and maybe you thought it was real, but it's not real, bruh. It's not real. George Zimmerman don't look like that. He probably about 400 pounds by now. You know what I'm saying? His metabolism had to slow down. Everybody's does. That's not George Zimmerman. I mean, it's a likeness to George Zimmerman. It's AI, man. That ain't him. This bogus, he made a comment back in, I think it was 2014, that life wasn't going so well for him. It's 12 years later. Things may have changed. We don't know. And I understand you want to live in the fantasy that George Zimmerman is getting his comeuppance. All I'm saying is, okay. Yeah, who am I to tell you not to? I don't mean to come over and knock that, knock that last Snickers out your hand. You know what I'm saying? It was just getting good. I don't know, man. But people send me this picture of George Zimmerman, alleged homeless George, and he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I look it up, and it's just not true. I say, let me do my due diligence before I come out here and agree with this, because how do you get the picture? How did this? In fact, the man in the picture is not George Zimmerman. It doesn't match a single verified picture of him. Somebody grabbed a random AI or on-the-ground stock style photo, slapped his name on it. Y'all shaded like it was a courtroom sketch, and I'm just trying to tell you, Black people's outrage, pain, suffering is good for business. That's the problem I have with this. When people see this meme and this lie, they're playing on the passions, the pains of Black Americans. They know we're going to share it because we're still upset about that young boy who lost his life. That us sharing it, us being upset about it, will make racists, it will make racists come out through the woodwork and applaud it. Because that's what happens. So, we get used all the time for this country to make money. And a lot of times it's at the expense of our dignity, or it's at the expense of our mental health, or at the expense of our own opportunities. They do what they can to denigrate us. And then they say that we're the bad guys. We're the bad guys. Last time I checked, shit like this is them. And it is them. And when I say them, it's greedy bastards. They could be not even American for all I know. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of funky stuff going on through the elections where literally people were just making up memes. They weren't even stationed in the United States. People just doing shit because they know the demographic, they know the issues in America, and they prey on it and they use it. So I'm not even saying this is all white America or something like that. I'm not even saying that because I don't got no proof of that. But what I am saying is, at the end of the day, the target is us. The target is FBA. The target is foundational Black Americans. That's who it is. Because if you I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to jump the gun, but just remember this later. Because everyone loves to say, if you Black, we all go through the same things. See, but you're not connected to it like this. If you're from Ghana or Mali, you see a picture of this about George Zimmerman, you may say that's messed up that happened to that young man, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it in your bones. Because it's not your brother. You know? Are we going to be honest? So anyway, back to this George Zimmerman. Here's what bothers me. This is what bothers me. Not many people fact check this, so they didn't, or they wouldn't have put it out. And if you did fact check it, or you already knew it was bogus, and you still put it out, you're a scumbag. You're dirty for that. That's what we call that. You know, whenever I see Brandon Tatum, all I'm reminded of is that time Charlie Kirk, that same day he got shot, he was lying about Trayvon Martin. He was saying how Trayvon Martin stalked George Zimmerman. Because someone asked him about it. Yeah. Somehow that was acceptable. And people want to eulogize and pathologize and glamorize and sanctify this guy because he got shot. People get shot every day, B. Nobody goes around sanitizing their memory. So no, this is not real. This right here is not a real thing. You know, I wish it was. You know, I don't wish anything good for him. He's a killer who escaped justice. And notice how whenever someone all through the Carmelo Anthony trial, I get people in the comment section saying, you want him to get off like OJ. And maybe you want him to get off like Zimmerman. But see, it doesn't have the same sting because you wanted him to get off too. And why did you want Zimmerman to get off? It's only one real reason. Why did you want this Mexican dude, white Mexican dude to get off? Because he's a white Mexican dude. Anything versus Black, they root for the thing against Black. I don't care what it is. It don't have to be an American. It could be some drunk-ass Ukrainians in a downtown spot using the N-word who get their asses kicked, who started the fight, who threw the first punch and got dealt with. You still will root for the Ukrainian, anything against the Black. And then these goofies come out and say that we're keeping racism going by bringing it up. Anyway, stop sharing this damn meme. Let's keep it moving. I wonder if any of y'all saw this meme. Was I the only one who saw it? Had anybody seen this joint? I'm just wondering. Anybody else saw besides me? Thought I would address it. When I put it on the docket for today, I didn't know it was fake. I had my suspicions. I thought, isn't that special? Yeah, but I had to look it up and find out, and then I said, well, okay. Yeah. Let me get a comment in here, man. Somebody knew it was fake. Yeah. What's up, Rain? Rain, Rain, this is my moderator. One of my moderators, Rain of Tears, man. You know, I be calling you Rain of Fears. You know that, man. I be calling you Tears and Fears. You know, but what's up, man? How you doing, fam? What's up to Elizabeth Lundy and my Elizabeth Lundy? We got Elizabeth Lundy. We got Nene, baby. How you doing, Sister Soldier? I thought I told you. So that's it, man. Anybody seen the thing? Oh, Payday hit me up. Payday said, Payday said, thank you. What up, Payday? How you doing, fam? I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I do, man. That's what's up. Yeah. I'm gonna get on that. What's up, Jay? Yeah. I'm gonna get on this Hong thing. It's a great opportunity to have a conversation. Y'all ready? I ain't gonna hold you. Let's go. It's got to play out a couple seconds. Yeah, couple seconds. Next story coming up is gonna be a doozy. We're gonna go right for Big Air. We're gonna hit him right in the face with this one, y'all. So y'all, I hope y'all ready, man. Did you miss me? Yeah, I miss y'all, man. I like my business. My business is fun. I get to say what I want to say. I ain't got to compromise. I ain't got no bosses. You know what I'm saying? It don't pay well, but it ain't about money. It's about freedom. You know what I'm saying? Give us free. Yo, any day now. I thought maybe it would be 5, 10 seconds. There we go.
No filters, just the truth.
But here's what I think about the FBA movement and any other movement that has to do with Young Pharaoh, Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson, all of these movements that y'all look up to, all these men, okay, that I guess guide you to help elevate your consciousness in these movies. Even Tariq Nasheed, ain't his wife like half white or something?
Yeah, at the very beginning of this, man, she lost me off the break because I'm like, yo, what Dr. Umar got to do with FBA? Dude, Pan-African. Brother Polite, I'm kind of familiar with him, but I stopped following him a while ago. Didn't he get a charge with some bullshit? Something? You know, and then you got this guy, Pharaoh. I don't follow him. So I already knew she didn't know what she was talking about, and she was kind of in her feelings, projecting whatever she feeling from whatever, you know, and I said, damn, man, she in the comment section. She is reacting from getting dragged in the comment section. And I'm like, oh, now I know what's going on. I've done this before. It does not go well.
Ain't Tariq Nasheed wife like half white? But here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK.
Damn. That's a hell of a leap. That's one of the Mission Impossible. Damn, that's a leap, sister. How you get from foundational Black American lineage, just what we are, how you get from Black Americans to KKK? See, this is where, you know, people's exaggerating, the tendency to exaggerate shit to try to make a point as solidly or as loud as possible, trying to say the most damaging thing possible. Don't do nothing but destroy your message. Fail. You know who would resent what you just said the most? Klan members. That's some goofy. That's goofy. What is wrong with you? Why are you making me feel bad about rolling now? Why'd I make a video chopping up Roland for his stupidity? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Roland has told millions of people that I ain't shit on multiple platforms as loud as he could. And then brags about all the money he's making. So that's why, so when I had the opportunity to call him out for his nonsense, he can't blame nobody but himself. I took it. But you are not the right vessel, because this, did you do this for Roland? Did you do this for Roland? Tanya, Tasha, did you do this for Roland? I'm being serious, man. I don't put it past you. You got money problems. You got a big ass mouth. Your husband African. All the stars are aligning. Did Roland say, I'ma sue your ass? Get out, man. Get my lawyer. I'ma sue her ass. Tell Tasha I'ma sue her ass. Oh, this simple side, but I'ma sue her. Or go get them FBA mother. Is that what happened, Tasha? I don't put it past you. I'm not saying, I'm asking a question. Can we ask questions? Ain't that what the white guys say? Can we just ask questions? Nick Fuente's face, can we just ask questions? I'm just saying, it just seemed crazy to me. First you say we lined up with Dr. Umar and Polite and Pharaoh. Then you say this shit. Now we the Klan? What school did you graduate from? What schools did you go to? I want to know right now. Because you do know the Klan lynch people, right? That's how that made you feel. So you want me to think that people in your comment section call your husband a name and you feel like you will come out here and compare Black Americans to Klan members? That's what made you do that? Or was it just the marching orders of Roland Martin or his defense team, who you been, and like I thought it was kind of weird that you was talking to Roland's defense people. I'm like, why isn't your lawyer talking to his lawyers? Why are you talking to his lawyers? Did the talk stop? Because I noticed you stopped talking. I stopped talking about it because I figured, I don't want to look petty. I talk politics. I tied it to how I feel about him ethically, about how he does business, and how he has been misleading Black Americans who listen to him. And I think it goes back to ethics and character, and that's what happens. I think that's a valid critique to make. It's the same one his party would have made if it was him. If he would have been cheating and caught in a scandal, there would have been people in his political party that would have said the same things I said. But I ain't going to keep saying it because I'm not a Democrat. Now, back to you, Tasha. I'm just wondering, is it possible that you may have, some of the things you said, and I'm trying to remember, did you say anything that was really dangerous? But you said you saw pictures. You said you got pictures. Isn't that sort of disseminating, even if it didn't go to the public and went to each other? Kind of noticed you and dude stopped talking. How you and Flake stop talking? And then you come back, the next thing is us? Us? I don't know, fam. I just find it odd, y'all. I'm gonna keep the party going, but I'm just saying, did y'all find it odd that she would call us Klan members? The people that have been crucified by the Klan. You're calling us Klan members because of words said online. They gave her talking points. Let's keep going. Let's listen to some more of the talking points they gave her. And I'm serious, guys. Look, dig in with this. Come on. Consider what I'm saying, because I think I'm on to something here. And remember, I said it first because it's a couple biters that kind of roam around my comment section. And look, I don't have time to watch other content creators who do this, but I hope you do. And remember, Tim Black said this first. Let's keep going, fam, because she got a lot to say, and I want to be able to get to all of it.
Ain't his wife like half white or something? Ain't Tariq Nasheed's wife like half white?
I don't even know why that's pertinent. Man, Tariq Nasheed is not Jim Jones. He's You know, like no one, I don't pay him dues. I don't belong to an organization. You just don't say, you know, you don't know anything. But I don't think it's on accident.
But here's what I would say about the FBA movement. It's no different than the KKK. Meant to divide, meant to separate you, to isolate you, to have you looking at other races that look like you and hating them for no reason. That is the same.
Racist. First of all, once again, I gotta say, guys, she dumb as a box of rocks. If she's being real, if this is really what she believes and thinks, she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No, she mentally challenged. The Klan's purpose was not to divide us, it was to eliminate us. They want to get us out their country. They thought we were beneath them. So racism is. You're talking about people online making content. We decided we want to spend money with ourselves because for some reason we can't get off the bottom in this country that we built for free against our will. And we figure, hey, we know what we need to spend money with ourselves because others don't spend money with us. They sell to us, but they don't buy from us. How do you get, we Klan members, so I'm not following. We Klan members because of that? Yo, I get it. There's some people that say things online that are mean as hell. Family, if you don't, I've been online for 15 years almost. It's not just FBA to say mean shit online. It's just not. I know I got some people in the comment section who think it's valid because FBA mean to me. They said things. You know, I've been on Twitter and was called N-words hundreds of times by white guys. I guess they white. I got all types of hate mail on Facebook, all types of attack threats in my life, all that. None of that ever came from Africans, and none of that ever came from FBA. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why y'all, it's like y'all fixated on making this an FBA thing. Remember, anybody can say they're FBA. Half these people don't even have pictures. We don't even know who they are. So all I'm saying is some things that I don't think are cool that I'm assuming she's referring to, like name calling, beating people up verbally, which happens all the time. It will happen for other reasons too. I mean, it just happens. It's online, trolling each other, roasting each other. And because of TikTok, it's gotten a lot worse. Because we got people, I'm gonna be honest, we got some people who don't have any production skills and they don't care, and that's fine. They just grab a phone and say what they want to say. And they just talk about whatever they saw somebody else talk about. They use whatever work for that person they say. They don't have an identity, right? So they're going to say some hyperbolic things to get some paper. And you attach money to it. What about the African woman? Was she African or Haitian? Who was saying, I hope that all FBA's, all Black Americans die. She said some really harsh stuff. I covered it. You didn't see that video, Tasha? You didn't see the videos I've covered where it's been Asians and Africans and Haitians saying some really vile, disgusting things about us. Most of it derives from TikTok. That's where you go when you want to talk about us. You go to TikTok. Or X. Or Facebook. Pretty much you go anywhere on the internet and talk about Black Americans. That doesn't happen to your husband and his friends as much. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the point is, I'm really suspicious of your motives here. Because you can't be this dumb. You have to know it's a difference between lynching people in the real world, blocking people from going to stores, and where they walk, where they eat, sundown towns, bombing churches. I mean, do you realize how how much of an insult it is for you to make this claim? When it's a real organization that did some real things, that had duels and badges and hierarchies and grand dragons and grand wizards and all this shit, and you comparing that to people just say, I'm Black American, I'm owning what I am. I'm tired of people saying I don't have a culture. I got a culture, it's called Black American, and we've been here since before this country was even a country. So you know what? We're going to say we're foundational because we literally built the country. We're going to take pride. This thing that some of us would have us be ashamed of. We're going to take pride in the fact that we built, some call the most amazing, greatest country in the world. In fact, the most amazing, greatest country that's ever existed. That's what some say. I'm not talking about morality. I'm not talking about morality. I'm talking about salary, calories. So it's insulting as hell what you said here. And I'm wondering, really, man, you do not seem like a really stupid person. You would have to see that there is no correlation between people online talking shit to you in your comment section and people showing up outside your house burning crosses. You have to see that's a dumbass comparison. And folks, I want to move past it. But it's like, I thought you were dumb, I would accept it. But I don't think you can't be. Can you? All right, let's keep going, fam. It is what it is. Let's keep going. Maybe it's all right.
Foundation and principles that the Ku Klux Klan build themselves on, which is protecting their whiteness, their pureness. Not knowing that they are not pure, it's a lie. And I don't get involved in these types of conversations because it's ridiculous. It is very unintelligent to talk about, to even speak on, that I would deny my own children, my own grandfather, my own mother, just to protect what? A movement? Y'all don't put food on my plate? Y'all don't pay none of my bills?
I was looking at her, this kind of hit me a little bit because as I was looking at her channel, when I was looking at her, like she does a lot of graphics in her content, and I was looking at all the people that she was talking about, like in her upcoming streams, it was all a bunch of Black Americans. No, Tasha K. We are exactly the people that pay your bills. We are. Because we watch you. I don't know white people be watching you. What are you talking about? Cody and Melissa aren't watching you. Okay? It's Dion and Keisha. That's who's watching you. You know who sued you? A white girl with a bottle of coconut water. That wasn't a Black American. But hey, But yeah, we do pay you. You need to watch your mouth. Real talk. Boy, these people crazy. And look at her face. She is beside herself. She need help, y'all. Even that, or she gotta go boo-boo. What you been eating? All upset. What they say to you in your conversation? They told you to divorce your husband? I remember, I'm going to say this because I don't give a damn. You know what? I've heard this before. Folks, I've heard this before. I remember when some people were coming at Sabby Sabs. And I'm not going to dig up the past. You don't know about my run-in with Sabby Sabs. Or I should say her run-in with me because the lames. She wanted to be, she wanted to. The point is, I remember she got really upset with her audience because she had a Black audience, really Black audience. Now she got some of y'all watch her. Cause I don't know, I think you like the lighting But the point is, once upon a time, she got really upset with her black audience because they found out she was with the white guy. But the white guy, right, the white husband. And I remember her yelling at the audience, what you want me to do, forgive up my husband? That's my husband, what do you want me to do? And she like went off, just like Tasha K. Just like Tasha K. And I don't know what it is, man. What are people saying to women? I don't want to move past this too quick. What are people saying to women that's really being like vicious when they're not married to black men? You know, I don't know what it is. I've never said those things. So I might say, hey, if your activity, here's the thing about marrying whoever you marry. I ain't Dr. Umar, man. I don't be looking at what people marry. I look at what you do. There are people that are married in different marriages or what have you, or people with, you know, biracial marriages or whatever, but they go harder than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? There's people that exist. Same thing with some brothers that's mixed themselves. Go harder. And sisters go harder than anybody else with a movement of black Americans, not necessarily FBA. But I don't know what it is about sisters that people be giving them that harder time. I really don't harp on it. I look at what you do. If you're a sellout or you're a cornball or you're a goofy, I look at that. Then people might work their way backwards and be like, okay, oh, now I see why this person acts this way. They kind of try to deduce to get to the bottom of your whackness. But, you know, I don't really follow you. I don't follow Tasha K enough to know how whack she is or not. I'm just looking at this outrage that she has, and she said people say it's supposed to disregard her husband. That part I don't get that at all. If people told her to get rid of her husband or anything along those lines, that's crazy talk. That person's a deranged person. You have a life and a family. Why would you? That's just disrespectful and stupid for them to say. But I don't know why you would want to. Well, Sabby Sabs did the same thing, made a video, was pissed off about it. I don't know. Maybe I would be pissed off too. I don't know. But since I got a sister, I'll never know. I don't know, man. Just let's keep going, man. I'm going to give you some grace on that. I find it crazy if people that you don't know, who don't know you, are trying to dictate who you are married to. Not dating, not having meetups, takedowns, but actually married to. That's crazy. I think Sabby Sam's husband is Middle Eastern or something, right? He just look white because he's so light. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all sitting in living rooms with bonnets on, causing division because you angry, trying to be accepted no different than a gang on gang crime when you got them little boys in Chicago or any other city taking each other out over what? Just because you look different?
Oh, God. That's when stupid goes really wrong. Now this, I don't think nobody put you up to say nothing dumb like this. Yeah, now let's blame. This is just you shitting on black Americans. That's all this is. This is self-hate. Yeah, this is self-hate right here, fam. She is saying all the talking points that white supremacists say. Damn. Man, they got you really here, got your head tight, man. They got you saying all the Brandon Tatum stuff. Yeah, man. Look at it, so lit. The eyes about to pop out her head. It's so lit. What about Chicago? Black on next to go say black on black crime. But they should just did. Black on black crime. What about black on black crime? Then what's next? Abortion rates? Keep going, Tasha. This is going well for you. I'm impressed. When you F up, you F up.
You said something, now we got adults actually doing this, which leads me to young Pharaoh, because a lot of people are shocked at his downfall.
Hello, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Okay, so now she said a whole bunch of stuff. I fast forward, I got to this part. This sister, oh, this sister is off the hook. She is on point. She ate. All right. She gonna be cooking, then she gonna eat. Let's eat.
oh, you caught me when I was in traffic, but I'm gonna make this very quick. I am
Yes, ma'am.
very disappointed in you. I've
Oh,
been watching you for years. In fact, and I'm going to go ahead and say this, you're the reason why I actually expanded my brand and have a business. It wouldn't be the type
that
of
I could
business.
plant a. I'm glad that I could plant a seed like that.
Yes, but and I always
What are you
and I always
disappointed in me about? What
yeah.
opinion?
I can't defend you now. I always defend you when it comes to them trans women because they ain't gonna come for you.
What is your?
Okay,
Because
yeah,
right now you're not even asking.
FBA
You
movement.
just
I was.
FBA. Did I say first of all?
Mhm.
First of all, it was the FBA movement that asked me a question.
Well,
Knowing,
it couldn't have been if it's FBA is
yes.
50 million people, honey. You
I got it. Somebody with the username FBA movement. Yo, we good? My volume up. Somebody with I'm guessing now. I'm getting the impression that somebody with the hashtag, with the avatar, with the screen name, FBA movement, said some shit to her in the comment section. And she think that person is something. She don't even know how the internet works. Damn. Fam. Tasha K, you should be this is embarrassing. Somebody called themselves something. You can call yourselves anything you want to call yourself. If they called themselves the LeBron movement, would you think it was LeBron's team? Like he hired the guy? Like, what are you talking? So now I get it. That's just a person with a page. So Dr. Musa and I, we do a show every second Thursday of every month, right? Due to some scheduling conflicts, we're gonna have to skip this week and do it another week. Shout out to Dr. Musa Abdullah. Doc does good work. Doc has a TikTok page. It's called the FBA Educator. You see what I'm saying? You don't get it. It's if he'd have said the Black Educator, basically means the same thing, but since he's a foundational Black American, he's not just Black. He a Black American whose family can be traced back a couple hundred years to the United States. So he calls himself an FBA. It's his line, it's his lineage. So he calls himself the FBA educator. Get it? But he didn't earn that spot. He wasn't elected to that spot. He wasn't knighted. He wasn't anointed. He just chose it when he was typing. Fam, Tasha K, my sister, you got this shit all wrong. You just do. Fam, this is not an organization. If this was an organization, I would not be affiliated at all with it. I would never say FBA. I support FBA because I support Black America. I've been supporting Black America before there was a name FBA. I do not support any random person saying any random crazy shit. I don't belong with the Democrats. I don't belong with the Republicans. I'm an independent. And I walk it like I talk it. But nah, I think you don't get it. But come on, this sister gonna cook. Let her cook, Tim.
There's no way.
Okay. Listen,
Yeah.
the FBA is 50 million people, right?
Mhm.
And Trump still got in office.
Yes.
Now Black America's supposed to stop Trump. Are you a Democrat? 1 minute she sounded like she Republican. The next minute she sounded like she a Democrat. Now she said, why did Black America stop Trump from getting elected? She do realize you're only 15% of the population, right? And frankly, I think America's better off with Trump than they would have been with Kamala. Let me say that again, man. F it. I believe that America's better off with Trump than they would have been with Kamala. Because I want a secure border. And if you think Kamala would have took us to war, you're crazy. So let's keep going.
So the laws, listen, we can argue about this all day. And that's why I don't believe in organizations and movements and stuff like that, because I found a lot of people that just, they put their I don't know, their trust into an organization instead of looking at, you know, what's best for you. You came on here and you said, Tasha, you've helped me do this and helped me do that and helped me do this. But the moment I expressed to you how I'm viewing.
You helped her do one thing. She said you inspired her to take her brand and make it official. That's all she said you did. She didn't say you walked on water. She didn't say she could disagree with you. She didn't say every crazy thing you say out your mouth, she gonna co-sign. She just said, hey man, I got respect for you. And I appreciate you. And I'm a fan of you and your husband. She gonna say more. But for that, she gonna say she can't disagree with you? Oh, Tasha. For somebody who be roasting people on a daily basis and have done so, I think, for about a decade, your skin is thin. How you get such thin skin? It's like paper. How you get so thin-skinned?
An organization, because I feel that a lot of us are being left behind because we're putting too much into an organization instead of ourselves. That's a problem. I indirectly helped you to get to where you are. But as soon as I expressed to you about how an organization treated me and how I see it, I have African children. I have an African husband. Now you're disappointed with me, even though you knew that I was married to an African, but yet you want me to talk down on that part.
When did I say that I want you to talk down?
I'm saying you're coming in here saying that you're upset about.
Well, I should say I'm disappointed. No. I should say I'm disappointed in the opinion. I think you don't understand it. I didn't come on here telling you to talk down to your husband. I would never do that at all anyway, because who
said I didn't understand it?
No, I said, I don't think you understand it, because you're saying, well, you want me to talk down. And that's not true. I don't want you to talk down about that. I actually follow you as well as your husband on social media and have been for years. I do have Africans that are married into my family.
I do have Africans. That's like saying I have white people that are friends. Listen to me. Listen. What I'm saying.
Come on, look, man.
You have every right to be upset with me about my opinion.
I'm not upset with you.
Man, she's salty as hell. That's like saying I have white friends. She said she has Africans in her family. Just like you, Knuckle.
I think you just don't understand it, and maybe you take offense.
I think I do understand it. I think I read, and I have taken my opinion based off of the information that I see and the divisiveness that I'm seeing that is causing, because the mere fact I got FBA members calling my family booty scratchers.
They also, and some of them, and I'm going to just say this loosely, my family's listening too, because we all listen to you, but they also, my thing is, it's not a movement, it's a lineage. I will say that, and you don't have to agree with that. I definitely wanted to come on and say that. And as far as your husband first of all, as far as your children or anything like that, I don't think you understand it. And I say that because I don't see myself ever being disrespectful to you or to your husband, even the people in my family. But it's 50 million people. It's a lineage. It's not a movement. It's not an organization. Umar, and I also want to note this, Umar is not FBA. And the same way, I will say
you're right. He's Pan-African. I forgot. Y'all don't believe in that either.
Well, first, you don't know what I believe in, because everybody.
I'm just saying, if you're FBA,
no, no. You can be FBA, still appreciate Africans. I think the thing is, and I'm just being honest, a lot of people have put up with, because you're upset that you think that I'm attacking you or whatever. And no, but I will say this, it's not divisive. You just haven't met all of us. Now, what I won't do, I appreciate everybody, but what you're not going to do, and that's as far as African, they have pejorative terms for us as a group. We have been known as an Akata, a Jank, a Yankee, all these things, and that has been over the years, even in the 60s, 70s, and before that. A person who ran across that border today and anchored themselves here by the 14th Amendment that was meant for the babies of slaves is not the same. That is a melanated immigrant. Everybody originated from Africa. Let's understand that, everybody, including white people. But if it's divisive for some FBA to label their lineage, then it's just as divisive when nobody says anything about, oh, they're Bahamian American or they're Caribbean American. It's not the same thing. There is a difference. We all were enslaved, but there is a difference from us and a boat stop. And that's only offensive because we're telling the truth. For years, a lot of these people, not all, because I don't classify all, even though you're sitting here classifying all FBA as the same. No, ma'am. All of us are not. But what they're not going to do is sit up here and disrespect us. And I hear you saying that some FBA can be disrespectful to Africans. I will admit that. But I haven't heard you once say, because you labeling all of us, that some of them call us a Jareer.
Hey, I got to give her two. I'm going to give it to Tasha. She let the sister go. She let the sister go. This sister is cleaning her grill. She's knocking her ass out right now. All right? I just want to say that. Okay, let's go back to roasting it. But I just want to give her props on that because she getting her ass whipped.
And a cotta, cotton picker, all these things. Let's be clear. Your boat stop, we all have a boat stop. That's damn true. That's very true. But you left your boat stop to come to this boat stop. We had an ethnogenesis. We are different. If it's not wrong for someone to label themselves as Caribbean American and they left their boat stop or their parents came here and anchored them here with that 14th Amendment, it's not divisive. Now, I get it. Those people who you talked to, they offended you and they wanted, I guess you to call him a African booty scratcher. Have I heard that term? Absolutely. I ain't never been one to lie. But what I won't do is sit here and deny the fact that many of these people have sat their behind up here. Not all, because I can't do all, because I know some cool ass Africans. And I've had this tough conversation with family. I've had this tough conversation even with friends, but that's what makes us different. But at the end of the day, I haven't heard you say nothing about how some of them call us an Akata. That's a Nigerian word. It has many different meanings, but that some of them, not all, use it as a pejorative term against Black Americans. Now, FBA has nothing to do with a movement. It is a lineage. It is people who pretty much have been here either before the 1865 Freedmen Rolls, or your family can be identified on the Freedmen Rolls.
Right.
That's all it is. Now, do some people use it in a bad way? Absolutely. 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 But no, it's not divisive. If it's divisive for us, then it's damn sure divisive for Caribbeans to come here and have their flag. Why do we have—
Hold on, man. We just been graced with the presence of the sister that's putting it down right now. Her name is More Threads, and I'm sure that's the name that she was called on the Tasha K episode we're talking about. More Threads, I just want to tell you that you did an amazing job. I thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for supporting the show. But also thank you for making these valid points so graciously, without vitriol and animosity, but with passion intact. So give it up for that. Because this last point here, folks, my God, this is it. This is everything.
the 1865 Freedmen Rolls, or your family can be identified on the Freedmen Rolls. That's all it is. Now, do some people use it in a bad way? Absolutely. 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 But no, it's not divisive. If it's divisive for us, then it's damn sure divisive for Caribbeans to come here and have their flag. Why do we have to be a monolith if everybody else gets to identify with everything else? And I think that's the part that you're not understanding. They come here, some of them come here with an attitude. Clearly, your husband don't have that type of attitude because he married you, who happened to be a Black American or a Florida Maroon. Now, I'm not here to tell you what to identify as, but by historic terms, and I'm a historian, you would be classified as a Maroon, and you should be proud of that. That's not divisive. That just shows that you beat the white people's ass that came down there coming for your people. That's where you originated from. Part of it. I don't know the whole thing. But some of them do not like us. And I think it's wrong for you to sit here and label all of us the same just because some idiots or some jackasses came to you and wanted you to call somebody African booty scratcher. When I sat here and I've been very respectful and I've said some of them, I would never label all of them as the same. They are our distant cousins. It's true. They are. They are very much. But some of them don't like us.
I'm giving you, you've made a very, very strong point. And so you and I can agree on something. So there's a movement going on, whether it's an organization, and you guys have a lot of teachers. And from what I've seen with this foundational Black American movement, it's been very discriminatory towards me from the beginning. And you can't say, hold on, because I'll let you speak.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
And you made a strong point. I don't hear women like you speaking about it because it is labeled as another organization, not a lineage. It hasn't been taught to me like that. I don't even look at it because I've already labeled it. It is something to divide us.
That's why I wanted that, and that's why I wanted.
I'm just saying.
That's why I wanted to call in. Yeah.
Because it's not something that's taught in schools or universities.
But they teach our history. Ain't a thing in this country. No. Ain't a thing in this country that has not been impacted by Black Americans. And I'm sorry, Tasha, I love you to death. But a melanated person who came across that border on a 14th Amendment or who choose to come here, they're not the same as us. And let me be clear, not everybody who is an FBA actually was enslaved. So say anything about them.
We talk about Jews.
Everybody. You do that. Yes, you do that. But as far as them calling us an Akata, no. I think I'm gonna just be honest.
I've never even heard that word, ma'am, until now.
Look it up.
I will look it up. I've never heard that word.
Okay, I got to call Cap right here. I know a couple of y'all don't want me to stop the tape, but I got to call Cap right here. I got to say, fam, that's got to be bogus. Family, we've been hearing about this for a minute. When did Sugar Hill come out? Was it 95? You ain't heard that term before. The Akata term, it's Yoruba. Isn't it the Yoruba? Isn't that the people, the Nigerians, right? That's Godfrey. That's Godfrey in the host on the 154. Africa, right? It's rooted in Yoruba. The term historically relates to a wild animal or stray cat. It's saying we don't have a home. We come from nothing, right? Some West African immigrants use it as a general or casual descriptor for Black Americans. Google is your friend, all right? Here's the thing, though, fam. I'm wondering, why do African folks get so mad when people call them booty scratchers? I just don't get it. What does that mean? It doesn't mean, what is it? You scratch your booty? Some do. But I'm just saying, that how is that worse than being called a kata? I don't get it. Also, I just want to point out, I remember Spike Lee, how many people saw Do the Right Thing? Do the Right Thing had a scene with Danny Aiello. Danny Aiello's talking to one of the Black guys. I forget which one it was. And he goes on this diatribe. It's like 90 seconds long of all negative terms for Black Americans. He was talking to a young Black man. He called him everything. Titsu, spade, spear chucking, da-da-da-da-da. White people been calling you that shit. White people don't call you Akata. You call us Akata. The booty scratcher and all that other stuff, that's something. I even heard it in, not Minister Society. What's the other one? It was a good day. Ice Cube. Today was a good day. Either they don't know, don't show, can't do nothing for the hood. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ice Cube joint. But anyway, the point is, not Miss, you know the other one. Radio Raheem, there you go, that's it. So what I'm saying is these terms that Black Americans have used in the past, I'm not saying they're good terms, but I'm saying those are terms that were already in existence. We didn't invent anything for you. those things were already out there. And they were used by white people. And when they were smearing us, they used terms that they would call you. Now, I don't know. But back to the Okada thing, we're going to let it play, but back to the Okada thing, I got to call Cap on that. I mean, I think she was being bogus right there. Because there's no defense for it. There's no defense to offset what the sister More Threads was saying, which is, hey, your people been foul. Your husband's people been foul. They done said some things. I don't know about you, but no, black children are not raised to say Africans are bad. In fact, it's been the opposite. We're going to get more to it. Let's finish. I'll talk more, but let's keep going. I don't want y'all to feel like I'm monopolizing.
It is a word, and
But
I
to
didn't
me,
learn.
it
I didn't
does
learn about it
give-
until
And
I
here's
didn't
the
learn
thing.
about it.
Here's the thing. And see, you're judging Africans based off of that. Like, an Okada, it's like black on black crime. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're not white in America or anywhere, you're a problem. So I feel like all of us need to band together.
Tasha, that's my thing.
don't
I agree.
with organizations like this. I'm sorry, like, and I get it. Like, I can respectfully agree and disagree. You made some very, very strong points, but the way it's being taught, especially amplified, even I've been a victim of it. I'm like, no, this is not something that I'm proud to join. Just like I can't send my kids to church without without me worried about if a pastor gonna take advantage of them. I don't believe in church, but I believe in God. I don't believe in an FBA organization, but I believe in black people and foundational black Americans. I do, but I'm just not finna get behind what y'all are, and not you, because the way you explain it is different.
Yes.
But a lot of what they're teaching.
Well, I didn't ask you to get behind it because I figured I'm gonna tell you now. I can figure you ain't gonna like it because your husband is African.
I had to hit it there. That was so.
What do you think a plant is?
Oh,
Maybe
man.
people don't understand the definitions of these words.
That went hard. That was a great segment. That was a great phone call that she took. I might need to find a way to get phone calls back in this joint. Yeah, man. I used to do phone calls for like the first 7 years of the show. I wonder if when Tasha saw the Super Bowl, I wonder if she thought that was divisive. Yeah, because we had all these countries with all these flags in our country. I don't know if she thought that it was divisive. It seemed like those people just had pride for their country. And the point that More Threads made, that Caribbeans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Bahamians, they all have pride, and they're quick to tell you, no black. No black. No black, no black. I love telling the story. When I went to do, I was on a comedy tour. We did a spot in Salt Lake City, Utah. I step off the plane. I was told there were no black people in Salt Lake City. I come out to catch an Uber. I get in the Uber car, and my driver, I could tell I thought he was black. I said, my brother. So they told me there wasn't going to be no black people in Salt Lake City, Utah. He's turned to me and he said, I'm not black. I'm here on studies. He quickly shut my ass down. See, what they used to, fam, is they used to us trying to get in with them. Clamoring to have a history. Clamoring to have roots. We just got to idolize them. And I think they're just very disappointed that they're losing their faithful puppy dog. Yeah, they're losing their easy, and not to mention that, their golden goose. Don't forget that part. Everybody wants to eat off us. The entire globe eats off Black America. They say things like we don't have a culture. Meanwhile, while they co-opt our culture, Latino Americans, Latinos all over the globe, Spaniards, whatever you call them, Asians, what do you think K-pop is? What's that? Look like TLC. Look like TLC and Drew Hill. And the Africans, oh, come on, Johnson. They are all imitating us. You'll see someone with no shoes on, walking in the mud, wearing a polo. And a shiesty. Where'd they get that from? Even the blacks in the UK, and I've done the math, I've done the studies. Black Americans, through all of the shit you throw at us about Chicago, about we're lazy, the average Black American is the most wealthy Black person, melanated group of people are Black Americans on the whole globe. The average. See, the ones that get cherry-picked to come to America, those are the rich ones. Those are the ones with money. Their poor cousins don't get to come to America. That's another thing people love to leave out. And the Nigerians and the Ghanaians and Congolese that are all doing so well with all these degrees, guess what? A lot of them already had them before they got here. Because it's not working class. The working class don't get to the United States. Remember when Trump said, was it Biden? Biden said we cherry picked the best. We cherry pick the best. We get the best. We cherry pick the best. It's the greatest. Yeah, well, they do cherry pick. They do that. If you are a regular working class, middle class, lower middle class American, you would never be able to migrate to a country like the United States because they would not open the door for you. You got to have a couple of degrees or a lot of money. So them people that be coming over here, they may start with nothing, but they got degrees out their ass. They got education, and they can have a record in their country. No one knows. They come here, they get CDLs. Half of them don't have licenses. They don't have back credit checks. Family, do you know how well we would be doing if we didn't get our credit checked? Do you know the step up you get to not have to? So the point is, hit the like button, fam. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. But these are points that need to be made. My sister, Maura Threads, made a lot of them. And I just want to reiterate, no one knocks Caribbeans for loving being a Caribbean. No one has anything to say about Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, Ghanaians, Nigerians. No one degrades them or calls them self-centered, greedy, or divisive because they embrace their heritage. What it is fam, I'm trying to tell you, what's happening is very powerful. We took our agency back. We're taking our agency back. We're not letting others define us, and we're not searching to be defined by people we don't know in a country we've never been. We are planting our flag in the only place we have any claim to. The only place the only home we know. United States of America. And damn it, that's something to be said. So y'all can say what y'all want to say about, I don't know, Tariq or whoever, anybody with the FBA. Yeah, and it's always going to be things said that are rude. There's going to be people that say things. And look, you know what? I'm going to give some grace. Because Black people have been kicked in the teeth for so long. We've been degraded and demised and debased for so long. Lord, God forbid if a couple of young people feel good about themselves and talk that shit a little bit. You got your own country. Why are you so insecure? It's almost as if cosplaying our identity is valuable to you. You wouldn't know that by the lack of frequency in which you spend money with us. You would not know that from, it seems like everybody, anyone with any melanated person who comes to America it just seems like they just blend in with us, get money, and at the first opportunity reminds the whole world that they're not us when it's beneficial for them. Idris Elba, you wouldn't even know who Idris Elba was if he didn't play Stringer Bell. He only played Stringer Bell because he pretended to be us just long enough to get the job. And now, what is he? Sir. Now he's boldly European, boldly British now. And I'm not knocking him, I understand the system. But you know what? I'm not going to keep being understanding. What I understand is that our survival, that our purpose on this earth is not to save the rest of the globe. The purpose of us is not to be the doormat, the floor mat, the floor, the carpet, the stepping stool, the hound dog. Paul Mooney, what would Paul Mooney say? Come on, Tim Black, you know what I say. They want you to be the hound dog. It's a faithful little hound dog. Yeah. Look at you. Right there, Master's knee. Right at his ankles. Master, we okay, Master? We're not going to say what you want to say about these people. I'm going to say it. Say what you want to say about Tariq. I said things about Tariq in the past. He roasted my ass 10 years ago. I ain't never forgot that shit. But it was a good idea. If he came up with this idea, it was a damn good idea. You got to be able to get credit where it's due. And that would be petty and low life if you can't admit it's a good idea that this happened. Whoever did it, whether it was Tariq or Black Authority or Dennis Sperling or Dr. Musa Abdullah or Vicky Dillard or Phil Scott, whoever, I don't care who did it. A good idea is a good idea is a good idea. Because black people need to have pride in just being black people, in being black American, in being foundational black Americans. And I'm just sorry, it just, mwah. So, we're going to keep the party going. Because it ain't it, because we got to get to the Deante Kyle character. We have some stuff to say. So the conversation's not over. Hit the like button on this broadcast, share it with a friend. But know this, we got nothing to feel ashamed about. We got nothing to apologize for. If the worst treatment you received online was from a black person saying you African, you'll be all right. Because they can't call you the N-word. When somebody told you they had African fatigue, bunch of softies. You a guest in our house and you upset over words online. And another thing, before I move on, if black people decide not to, if black Americans, if foundational black Americans decide not to buy from your store, that's all right. We don't owe you our money. We don't owe you our style. You owe us. What are you not getting? Well, it's too late. You know why? Because we move this culture in this culture. We are the culture. All right? And so the rest of mainstream America is picking up what we putting down. That's what's happening. Just like our dance moves, just like our music, just like our style, everything. So this is getting steam. Now we got newscasters in that dinosaur media. It was, of course, I'm a foundational black American, I understand. And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what? Anybody else heard it? When they do it, they slide it in. Of course, I'm a foundational black American, so I just want to make sure. I want to make sure they put that out there. And it's only right, fam. I mean, fam, just think about what we're saying here. They just not used to it. Because see, the civil rights movement was so largely about us assimilating, trying to get equal rights. trying to be accepted into the mainstream of society. So they got kind of used to that. And now that we're like, maybe we good. Y'all going over there with your, go ahead with your raisins in your potato salad. We got our own cookout. We okay. And if we say Africans ain't cool no more, they ain't cool no more. Can no other group say that? Asians can't say that. I mean, they can. Ain't nobody gonna listen to them. Asian Americans can't be like, you're not cool anymore. To do what, Sue? Nobody would care. Latinos can try to say it. Nobody care. It's not cool anymore. See, nor they be like, go back to Guatemala. See, because you don't move the culture in the United States. You come in and you absorbed in, and then you funnel into mainstream, whatever this stuff is, but it's not the same thing. So I'm trying to make a point here. We've given this country everything. And all we want is our identity. It's like Prince. Prince wanted to keep his name. You know, that's why he made himself a symbol, because he didn't even own his name. It's like Dave Chappelle losing the right to the Dave Chappelle show. We lost the rights to us. And we have reclaimed that. And of course, you could be like, you know, you could be pissed off like, I don't know, like HBO was pissed off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be cool and let us have our name back. And since we don't have to ask for your approval or your forgiveness, we did it for ourselves. And that's what's so great about us. We didn't need a bill. We didn't need a bill. We didn't need a holiday. We didn't need nobody's face on the $20. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need a congressional bill, a bill with our face on it, or a street hip-hop day, and none of that shit, Bowman. All we needed is to say in a loud enough voice, we tired of y'all playing with us. No more flat blackness. No more flat blackness. And then it appears. And that's the power of foundational Black Americans. Because when we get our mind made up about something, it's like Dig's tail. We give it the thumbs up or we give it the thumbs down. We like Randy on what was it? The singing thing. Remember Randy? What's that show that ran for a long time? Had Simon Cowell, The Voice. Is that what it was called? America's Got Talent. That's it. America's Got Talent. Remember Randy? See, Black America has one ability, Tasha, okay? You need to get this right. You, Godfrey, Deante, Kyle, other person talking shit. Know this. Black America is like Randy. We get to say, we're the ones that after you do your little thing, we get to sit over there and we get to tell you, yeah, that's a no for me, dog. Yeah, that's gonna have to be a no for me, dog. It's gonna be a no. We get to do that. We decide if you're cool or not, Jennifer Lopez. We decide if you make the cut or not. Huh? Don't no other culture do that in America. Even the white folks who can't stand us will admit that you'll hear them talking like us. From the Dago to the greasiest Italians and the hardest Italians in Jersey to the most uppity, stuck up. They all co-opting our shit. All right, let's keep going, man. I want to get to Deante Kyle. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, fam. I can keep going, but let me stop. Let's go to Deante Kyle. Y'all don't know he has the peas and rice. I forget. Peas or something. Let's get to it. He's next.
Next up with Tim Black.
So when I speak out against FBA, it's like, oh, you don't fuck with Black Americans? Like, nigga, I am a Black
What
American.
the fuck do you mean, nigga?
No, I said FBA specifically. I didn't say niggas. I didn't say Black
Right.
Americans. Because I say Black American.
Yeah,
This
same.
foundational shit got you niggas acting weird.
Right, because
Y'all think y'all niggas to the second power or something.
Right. Because when they say it, it's not just I'm Black American who descended from Black Americans. They saying it like Black American supremacy. And it's
That
like,
part.
that's the problem,
That's
nigga.
that's where we're getting
That's
lost.
the problem,
And then the nigga
nigga.
that y'all listen to was like, it just said it the other day, like, oh, Donald Trump's kind of growing on me.
Oh, see. Nah, nigga.
And y'all niggas like really hate immigrants. Like y'all. And listen, here's the thing. You're not gonna come over here talking hot about my culture. You're not gonna come over here talking hot about my people. I'm not with that. I'm gonna defend that every day. Because they're my people. You talking about me at this point.
Right.
But I'm also not like, go back to your country. Like,
Let's
nigga,
be for real.
handle your business.
I'm jealous that you know what country you came from.
Also, no matter how you.
Look how he tried to get past that dumb shit she just said. Man, when I first heard her say that, I heard this on X. I was lit. I'm trying to play the whole clip for y'all. Yeah, she said that shit.
Black American supremacy. And it's
That
like,
part.
that's the problem,
That's
nigga.
that's where we're getting
That's
lost.
the problem,
And then the
nigga.
nigga that y'all listen to was like, it just said it the other day, like, oh, Donald Trump's kind of growing on me.
Oh, see. Nah, nigga.
And y'all niggas like really hate immigrants. Like y'all. And listen, here's the thing. You're not gonna come over here talking hot about my culture. You're not gonna come over here talking hot about my people. I'm not with that. I'm gonna defend that every day. Because they're my people. You talking about me at this point.
Right.
But I'm also not like, go back to your country. Like,
Let's
nigga,
be for real.
handle your business.
I'm jealous that you know what country you came from.
Also, no matter how you arrive here and what you think about yourself, and you think you better than a nigga when you get here, you about to find out.
You about to. Real
Brother.
quick. You about to find out that you are just a nigga
Yo.
over here.
Yo, nigga, wake up call is impending.
It's soon come.
I'll say you're wrong, but I also say just be patient.
Yeah, there definitely is an attitude amongst some immigrants that like they can come over here and just work hard, and that's the problem with Black Americans. That
No filters, just the truth.
Yeah, man. I like the fact you guys want to clean up your shit, though. I appreciate that. Not quick enough. You're going to have to be quicker than that. Yeah, they didn't move quick enough to clean up on Loud 13. Need to get somebody on Loud 13. Here comes Tim Black. All right, first of all, you ain't got to approve of it. Nobody asked you to approve. Just get out the way. Move, Trick. Get out the way. Get out the way. You ain't got to approve of it. It's like this, Deante. You like action slacks. You out of style. Yeah. Bell bottoms. I know Deion Cole won that time. See what happened to him? And you ain't Deion Cole. You Deante Kyle. A black guy with a white mama and a white last name. With a black first name. This is crazy. Listen here, buddy. You're going to get trucked. You're going to get trucked, sir, because this thing that's going down right now, this is a renaissance. But y'all don't want to give it that kind of credit. It's organic. It's organic. Unlike everything that you Democrats, I got something for you, Deante. Unlike all of your campaigns of you Democratic folks, this is organic. It's not paid for. These are Black Americans deciding we want to affix ourselves with a different moniker, a different name, a different way to refer to ourselves because we think it's distinctive. And we don't like being grouped with everybody. Nobody likes that. In fact, they don't like it either. I don't know why we just can't be separated. I mean, we were never married. It's not like Black Americans and Africans and all these Caribbeans. It's not like we were married to each other. They're quick. I'm telling you, folks, if you could be a bug on the wall, I gotta imagine that whenever there's something that goes down in America, you know what I'm saying, it's negative and they're watching the news, someone's blown up something or shot somebody, they're looking, they're going, look at them blacks. It's not me, I'm Nigerian. It's not me, I'm Caribbean, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican. They all do it. But see, it's only a problem when we do it. It's cool when they do it. See, Deante's the tap dancer for the Democrats, man. He be chilling. These are arguments that I would expect him to make. But now he got to take a dump on it because the marching orders say this may hurt Democrats in the elections. This may not go well for them. Because, Democrats are afraid of change. Because at the same time that we're claiming and demanding, not claiming, at the same time we're staking our claim about how we see ourselves and how we want to represent ourselves, is the same time we're claiming autonomy from the Democratic Party. And we're calling bullshit on this two-party system that we ain't never rock with. I ain't never rock with the two-party system. So it's a lot for them to swallow. You mean black people want to make demands on if they give us their vote and they want to be called foundational black Americans and they tired of this flag blackness and what? Don't you know those Republicans gonna put you back in slaves? They're gonna put you back in chains. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Trump just another man. He's just another president. That's all he is. But considering Joe Biden led about, I don't know, maybe, was it 20 million people, 30 million people? I don't even know the number anymore. Just put it this way. Biden let in about 30 million people across the border. I don't know what jobs you think they came and got. I don't know what new jobs were created for them. I got a feeling there weren't no new jobs created for them. I want to pose to you where you think they went. They had to live somewhere, right? So we got a housing shortage already. And cut the cap about him doing it because he cares. He cares about money, dumbass. Just like Trump. These Trump's honest about it. He said, we're going to go take their oil. He didn't come up with some bullshit. He didn't make up something. That's why you don't like him. He doesn't lie like you want him to lie. He lies, but he doesn't lie about the shit you want him to lie about. He lies about things that don't make it or break it for his base, which is crazy. But the point is this. A lot of the shit you complain about, Kyle, about Trump, the same shit was going down with Biden, same shit went down with Obama, same shit went down with Clinton, okay? All these presidents, Bush, all of them, fam, all of them. So now you just see, that's how I know you're a shield. Because black people been on the bottom in this country forever. And things are getting worse. And your solution to that is to keep on doing the same thing we've been doing. I understand why some groups will want it that way. Because they've been benefiting from us losing. See, when someone's on the bottom, other people get the benefit because they don't have to take the bottom. But see, the floor stay the floor unless the floor makes a change. Because ain't nobody volunteering to be on the bottom. Biden brought them people in and put them above us. His sanctuary city plan put them people above us. Why are you okay with that? Yeah, I seen you and Conscious Lee, another guy, another woman, sitting up there with a bunch of Democrats in the room, everybody cheesing. We know what time it is with you. But as pissed as I am about Deante and Kyle, I got to go to my girl. I don't know who this was. She said something super disgusting and stupid. And I saw Kyle try to move past it, but she kept laughing louder. Here goes something, sister. When you make a joke and the person you're talking to don't laugh, maybe stop laughing and move on. To say that you're jealous of Africans, that's crazy. Because they know where they're from. I know where I'm from. Washington, D.C., trick. Yeah, I'm from Washington, D.C. My people been here since the 1700s at least. Them Africans, like, look, Nigeria, Ghana, they weren't founded until the 1900s. I'm sorry, the 20th century. Damn. 1950. Basically, they didn't become a country till we got civil rights. And you talking about you want to be like them. Meanwhile, they live next door to other Africans that they don't get along with. And somehow, for some reason, we supposed to be open arms. What you want us to do, breastfeed them too? They come over to this country, as my sister Moore Thread said, they come over to this country and they use the 14th Amendment that was made for us to become citizens in this country. They use it to their benefit, and then they don't even say thank you. No free hair braid or nothing. No free cornrows. I don't even get to park for free. Them Ethiopians own all the parking garages in D.C. And they don't even let a hook a brother up. Egyptians either. They hook each other up because they have an affinity for their countrymen. It's crazy that you don't want black people to have the same thing. Why can't black Americans have the same thing that all other people have? You know what? It's okay. You ain't stopping shit. I'm telling you, you ain't stopping nothing. It's only going to get bigger and better. In 2028, I got the Democrats and Republicans meeting with FBA. You know, it's, you know, look, if we mess around, see, like, if we do make this an organization, I'm not saying we will, but what I do hope is that we create this energy, right? Hope this energy is harnessed and we move to the most logical next step, which is a political party. A truly Black American political party. And then we'll be looking at our best interests like all other groups do. You know, like AIPAC. But anyway, that's a long way off. We got some work to do. But it's possible because we're the culture. Yeah, but I gotta say, to say that you envy people that ran from their country to your country, that's kind of telling you that it's not all that. I mean, if you had a great house, why would you be looking to get out of it and move to another one? If your date was so high, why you trying to stand them up? If it just doesn't make sense. So using the logic of just basic, pure human nature, if it was so great to be one of these people, one of these of the 54 African countries, why are they over here trying to get it with us? Stay there and do your thing. And I get it. And I heard there's a lot of great things popping off in the continent of Africa. Cool. I want it to be known. I don't have a problem with you. I want you to have a fantastic life. I want the same thing for us. I want the same thing for you. See, that's the difference. I was told a friend is somebody who wants for you the same thing they want for themselves. If they want you to have anything less than them, they're not your friend. They want to use you. They want to see you do well, but not as good as them. And that's what it is with these people. Deante Kyle and this other lady, I think you know that. I think you know it. It's all about money. That's why I said these intellectuals, and I'm not going to say what she said was pretty, she on Tasha K's speed with that comment. But I think it's obvious that what's important to them is getting money out of the pockets of Black Americans in America any way they can do it. And how they do it by coming here and assimilating with us until it's uncomfortable, right? And that's what's happening now. Everybody loved us when we were spending money with them. We stopped spending money with them. Well, then again, they didn't love us, did they? Nah, they did. In my neighborhood, it's a lot of Black Americans, but there's some, different ethnic groups. There's some white folks. There's, not far from where I live, there's an African family. And it's anecdotal, but sometimes the treatment, the looks, the stares, the attitude, totally different. Now, the white person that doesn't live far, who's moving, they roll out the red carpet. Offer them cocoa bread and some more shit. Yeah, so it's like these conversations where you feel like you got to educate everybody, you got to reprimand Black Americans about how they conduct themselves with Africans and other melanated peoples in the diaspora. You need to be having some conversations with them. And I saw you kind of backtrack a little bit to kind of mention that, and then I guess you did a little eye wink, and your girl was like, "Oh, I fucked up, huh? I wasn't supposed to say that? Oh, my bad. Okay." Then she got on point. She kind of got on code. Y'all should have been on code to begin with. All I'm trying to say is that this will not end well for you. I know them people told you to come for us. Don't come for us if we ain't sent for you, because you will not like the telegram you're going to get. I'm trying to tell you. The welcoming you're going to get. We are teeth chippers. All right, let's keep it going, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of this segment. Deante, Kyle, it is what it is. You're going to get steamrolled messing with us. You just are. We are not many, but we are plenty. And as plenty turns into many, you're not going to get any. I'm just keeping it real, man. We on a mission. We're on a mission to educate one another and to grow, right? And we are putting ourselves first. And I think it's high time that we did so. This whole idea, some people I think mean well, and some people I think just mean well for themselves. Some people mean well for the collective. And I feel like what we're doing when we're talking about foundational Black Americans, that's for the collective. Group economics is a powerful thing. All other groups practice it. You may not go to the meetings. You don't go to their meetings. But a lot of the other groups, ethnic groups, they practice group economics. It's just with us, we're doing it loud, we're doing it in public. So you get to chime in and complain. I don't know why you would complain about it. Don't you have Black friends, Black family members? What do you want for them? Don't you want the best for them? It's crazy. All right, I'm going to go over here, man. I got a couple people that been trying to get my attention, man. Check this out. Epic fail. Yeah, see, won't even show me the pictures, fam. I got to read the figure, what the figure said, man. We got some love, man. Some people filling the comments so far, man. If they're going to show you better than we will tell you, that's what I'm trying to tell them. Emmett Till will rise again, Nolan, and free Milox. Hey, yo, Bodie, man, I live in Maryland, right? I was born in D.C., I live in Maryland. All right. Bro, they priced me out a long time ago. Hardly no, there's very, very few Black Americans still live in Maryland. I mean, in D.C. Yeah, man, that was a long time ago, fam. They should have gave vouchers to the veterans and the homeless on Skid Row. They should have. Elizabeth, how you doing, sister? No, they don't love us. And that's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? What I meant is they tolerated us. But then when I started thinking about those Asian, the treatment from Asian America overall, yeah, I had to take back my comment because you know what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is they did not complain. The Africans did not complain about us spending money with them, breaking bread with them. But we weren't breaking bread. We were just buying their wares. So they were complaining when they were benefiting from us, when it was a come up, where they were profiting off of us. That's what I meant. But when I think about immigrants as a whole, and remember, like, if anybody that's, anybody knew, it's never been about for me, right? And that's the thing, like I say, it's not an organization, right? It's a state of mind. It's a yeah, I would say it's a theory, not a theory. Damn, it's a word I can't quite get the word that I want to say what it is. I would say it's an identity. It could be an identity, okay? But it's also a way of thinking about it. Something beyond identity, but it's a way of thinking, and the way you see yourself in the world, and the way you see other characters within this existence, right? And the environment, right? I see it as a positive. And I can only hope that it will continue to grow. But when we talk about economics, and I'm hard on economics, and I think that's where we really need to focus our attention on. What can we build economically for ourselves? Because that's the country we live in. When I talk about boycotting, it's not about boycotting every like non-Black American entity. It's about what's in our communities. And our whole issue was, we have different entities in our communities that we buy from, but they don't buy from us, and then they take their money and they go home. And that's not good for any society. That's not good for any community. No other community has that occurring to them. It was done intentionally to us. The government power structure did that intentionally. They brought Asians in and said, oh, we don't want you in our neighborhood selling your stuff, but you can go sell stuff over there in the Black community. Then they refused to give us loans for those same businesses. And then we got those people calling us lazy because we weren't given loans that they were given. Get it? So when we say, hey, you know what? We need to build our own businesses in our own communities. It's not about boycotting Walmart. It's not about boycotting, Sony. It's about the businesses in your community. And by all means, if you want to boycott Walmart, go ahead and do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying when I talk about it, I'm talking about empowering local small businesses. I'm talking about empowering your brother who has a laundromat or a cleaners or a restaurant or what have you, right? I'm talking about that, a sister who just opened up her bakery or, or whatever, right? It's about that. Or a travel company, right? Because we got folks doing all types of innovative businesses. It's not just, no one's relegated to one type of business. We got sisters doing AI. We got brothers doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to keep that open. Y'all ready for the next topic? I got a couple more if y'all want to get to it. Let's rock with it, man. Let's do it. This show is brought to you by the Tim Black Wolfpack. The Tim Black Wolfpack are the people that have joined my VIP list. I put out a newsletter every week. It's free. Join the Tim Black show by going to jointimblack.com.
Next up with Tim Black.
I guess the exact thing, yes, is if 5 of the USB sticks were missing results from the election, so then they have to go try to re-grab them. Yeah, and they're all the folks behind the scenes are talking about this as well. So we can also look. It's unfortunate.
The folks behind the scenes here, you're saying?
Yes.
Are how do I ask this artfully?
And the results. What we uncovered was that 5 of the sticks had the audit log downloaded and not the results. It's a human error. These things can happen. So basically what we need to do is go back to the operations center and we're going to download out of those 5 machines the results and make sure that's not the audit log. So we have the reports printed from the first download. We're going to reprint and start the process so that we can compare those results. We invite you to come join us. Milwaukee Police Department will come with us too. And so we'll re-download those results and then send them back here to be uploaded.
5 machines are at issue?
Correct. Not the machines, the sticks. So the download process was the audit log was downloaded, not the results.
Out of how many sticks?
9.
And so you will only be reviewing those 5 sticks.
Correct.
But we can't know all of the results, and we can't see these 4 sticks worth of results that were done correctly.
And let's just be blunt. What is it about you, Abdul El-Sayed?
Okay, hold on. I want to be clear about what took place. Looked like the guy Kornacki over there was about to lose his mind. Like someone stole his bike. Or did someone steal an election? You know, it's a common saying in politics. But everybody except Democrats. And Republicans. Neither one admits to this. Republicans, they steal generals. Democrats steal primaries. Case in point, Francesca hung. Darling of the Democratic Party. Had a little discrepancies in the counts. What's crazy about it, fam, is that she was up like 10 points in the polls. And then she loses. Some say she may have lost because the Democrats got cold feet. They didn't like some of her rhetoric, some of the things that they found out about her. When she did her tour, her press tours, some things started coming out. Like this, where she's talking a little bit about the whites. They didn't like it.
Mamdani, even though you all are crushing it in the polls, that makes you an anathema to the current Democratic leadership and its donors.
Well, first of all, look at what happened when you're out here parading Liz Cheney during a campaign. And of course, you know, Mayor Mamdani and Dr. Syed and I just all happen to be people of color.
Oh,
and
I didn't notice.
They said this about Mandela too. And the electability argument is so tired. And but I know that the expectations are different for us.
You know, you've talked about your past positions that he keeps highlighting, and
I hope y'all realize she took a shot at Kamala Harris there. Yeah, because Kamala Harris is the one who brought Liz Cheney out on the campaign trail with her. And look how it turned out for her. So she basically saying, hey, we're not as dumb as Kamala. And, you know, man, Donnie won and he's Muslim and I'm winning. So look at that. People of color winning. Until she wasn't. Electability is what they say. Man gave the Democrats the cold feet. Because they're like, hey, man, you ain't going to be able to pull the demographics you're going to need to pull in order to win in the general. So maybe we should get somebody in there white that can pull the votes because you're not white. And that's going to mean that we're going to end up losing Wisconsin. Because Wisconsin likes whites. Just used to it. It's just, you know, they're Democrats, but they're racist. Finally, somebody said it. All this time they've been lying, telling us the racism only existed in the Republican Party. But it goes to show how much they're full of it.
you know, obviously likely would continue to do so before November should you win. One thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. The post has been deleted. Republicans have been highlighting it. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef, and one of the first meals that I made that was for the community when I was 16 was a Thanksgiving meal. You know, I always think my hospitality background in owning a restaurant for 7-8 years, that bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. And so I think I wanted to make sure that people understood that there are multiple views, but views can evolve. And the position that I'm running for right now, and I think my background as a chef, will actually help me be.
Jesus Christ! What is it about her y'all liked? I thought she was talking smack about Kamala. I thought she was saying Kamala was dumb as a doorknob. Sound like she on Kamala Street. She wasn't trying to get to that point at all. She drive past the point, bucked you, came back, still missed it the second time, swerved around again, missed it a third time. Like, Jesus Christ. Are you going to answer the question? What do you think about Thanksgiving? You're trying to give it a Thanksgiving. That ain't going to go over well. Yeah, I was raised as Jehovah's Witness, and we still ate on Thanksgiving, dumb. My mom said, hey, we Jehovah's Witnesses, but we got to eat. So she got a lot of problems. Many Wisconsin Dems said they liked Hong, but feared she would lose the general election against Republican Tom Tiffany. Same thing they said about Jasmine Crockett. Her far-left identity as a Democratic socialist. Her controversial passing box. In the swing state stakes, Wisconsin went Trump, then it went Biden. Then it went Trump again. No, it went Biden again. But they went Kamala. I don't know. It flips around. It's like a purple state. Democrats really upset about this.
Become a better governor that's able to bring more people to the table.
Francesca Hong, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back on, depending on how things go next week in your primary.
Thank you so much for having me, Caitlin.
I was actually trying to become a sports journalist when I first went to college. So I learned then you have some hot takes, sometimes bad takes on Twitter. And I let my feelings out into the world.
To win, he basically ran the whole race, came back from his vacation, and dragged him across the finish line because they panicked, because Hung's beliefs from hating Thanksgiving and wanting to disband the Senate and all these defunding the police and all the crazy beliefs that she had everyone basically panicked on the left that she was going to get the nomination. So she probably had that double-digit lead, but they just blitzed at the end.
Yeah, I mean, the party still is divided completely, and we're seeing that in these races because some of these are very close. The Wisconsin race is close. The Michigan race last week with El Sayed and Stevens was very close because they come out with these left-wing talking points: abolish ICE, abolish prisons, abolish borders, abolish Thanksgiving, abolish the Senate. We need a new constitution. We need to stack the courts. These are such extreme ideas that you have those centrists that are not in favor of this. It's just too much too soon, and it would change the whole.
Next up.
Hold on, man. Look, I'm looking at the list of things that this woman was running on. And I don't know. Defund? No, abolish. Yeah, all the abolishes. What's up with the abolish? Black people don't want to abolish shit. We might need to fix it. What you gonna do meantime? What you gonna do? Who we gonna call? Ghostbusters? When somebody breaking my mama car, who we calling? What we gonna do? You gonna go get her, Miss Hong? Look, these are the people that they were failing to get, okay? She did not have what they thought they needed, or she would need, to run up numbers in these groups. The highly educated, upper middle class, suburban voters. older Democrats who dominate Wisconsin primaries. These groups are typically receptive to progressive candidates elsewhere, but were more sensitive to her controversies. So all the polling showed they didn't like her talk about, she said that white people were the original super spreader because of colonization, and chickenpox or smallpox. She went there, man. She went there. Then, the Thanksgiving thing and, just random things she said. Her campaign appeared to assume victory was inevitable. As you can see, she was kind of braggadocious. She had a little swag with her, saying she was riding high after Ma'am Donnie win. She had a little pep in her step. I mean, as I looked at her, I don't know, man. I look at her, I don't see governor. I see somebody acting like a little white girl. I mean, that's what I see. Am I wrong, fam? I see like an Asian girl who kind of looked like, hey, and it seems phony because that's not who she was. I don't think it's accurate. She's trying to portray something she's not, right? And I think that doesn't bode well for her. It didn't. And I was wrong, guys. I gotta correct myself. I make mistakes. I'm the first to admit. The poll showed that she was up 20 to 30 points. She crashed and she burned big time. Oh, you want to win big time? You're going to die big time. Carlito's way. She held high-profile events with Ilhan Omar and Hassan Piker, and it did not resonate well with Wisconsin voters. The older Wisconsin voters didn't like it. Yeah, the less online electorate. The ones that only log into their Facebook to check cooking recipes and to see if they posted their grandbaby's birthday pictures. They wasn't feeling Ilhan Omar. They think Ilhan Omar needs to stick to policy. Stop popping on TV every other day talking about Trump. Her team focused heavily on social media messaging. Here goes a direct quote from somebody in Wisconsin that they have highlighted here. It says, a senior Wisconsin Democrat said, ultimately, some folks on that campaign forgot that Twitter isn't real life.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
So what really caused the election was the former governor came out and backed the new guy. And, it's kind of hard for the Democrats to really dump on it. Actually, that's what the Democrats want. They want a brother that they can control or that'll do things more in step with the party, and they got a brother to do that. Or a black man to do that. Crawley. So, she can only say so much because he is black, American. He surged in the final days and won by 0.4 percentage points. Doesn't that trigger an automatic recount? And I guess that's what all the talk is about, the sticks. That's it. Okay. I'm not depressed or sad about it. I know there were a lot of young people. My oldest son, who was 17, he brought her up. He talked to me about it. He said, she's progressive, Dad. I was like, oh, okay. Because he remembers when I was a progressive. Not so much anymore, I mean, I still think we all need health care. I just think we need a border around it. Everybody can't come here. If you give everybody in this country health care, no matter who they are, then, it'll just be more of a magnet for people to come here. And at the end of the day, all the black people without degrees be driving Lyft or delivering for Amazon. And maybe that's what some people want, but I don't want that. I think it's hard to raise a family on Amazon money. And the hours suck, and so does the facilities. Okay, so that's it. That's all I got on her. Y'all ready to keep moving? Can we move on? Let me know what y'all think about Francesca Hong Was she a good candidate, a bad candidate? Did you even know who she was? She could have been governor. And doesn't look like it now. All right, then.
With Tim Black.
And as I travel the country, people are saying, we want our leaders to fight. They don't want leaders who are stuck supporting a broken status quo or backed by millions of dollars in dark money. They want leaders who have moral conviction and know how to fight. And in this fight, I say, we start by getting comfortable with some things, including having a certain kind of ruthlessness. Now, I don't mean ruthlessness like the cruelty they show. I mean the kind that is uncompromising in its impatience with injustice, that shows no mercy for corruption, that fights back hard when they threaten the power of the people. That is the kind of ruthlessness that must be the attitude of the Democratic Party.
Next up,
Man, these Democrats have not learned. They're not going to learn, fam. They're just not going to learn. They are committed to being dumb. Yeah, man, look, my thing is, whoever you vote for, I got no problems with whoever you vote for, because we're Black Americans. And we need to be focused on what's best for our community. I don't care who you vote for. You willing to work with me to make this better for our communities, for our families, for our community? Yeah. Then I work with you. I don't care who you voted for. You may have voted that way because of taxes. Maybe you voted that way for, I don't know, whatever reason it was. But the problem with the Democratic Party is they don't have a damn clue. They're talking about fighting. They're not telling you what they're going to fight for. What's the policy that you're trying to deliver to the people? Because, see, I don't trust the Democrats at all. Not at all. I don't believe just saying Trump is evil. I don't think that means anything to me. In fact, I know it doesn't. I checked my horoscope. Guess what? It doesn't matter what you think about Trump. It matters what you're going to do for my kids. It matters if I'm going to be able to take care of my mom. It matters if I'm going to be able to retire. It matters. These things matter. If my cousins, my nephews, my nieces, I got some amazing nieces, that they're going to be okay. And that what decisions that you make, the policies you make are good for them. Telling me you're going to fight and you're going to be ruthless. She's going to be ruthless, but she's not going to be ruthless in a bad way. I don't think she knows what ruthless means. I mean, you would think a person that spent $2 billion on an election she lost, which she gave a $500,000 to Roland. She gave a $500,000 to Roland, $500,000 to Al. You would have, and $1 million to Oprah, wasn't it? You would have think she would have been able to pay people to come up with a better catchphrase than we're going to be ruthless, but not really ruthless, you know. Not the bad ruthless. Ruthless means showing no pity, no mercy, no compassion towards others. So how can you be ruthless without being merciless? How can you be ruthless and still show pity? Like, I don't get it, what she was trying to say. It doesn't make sense. And that's been the problem with her all this time. See, D.L. Hughley, I know you love her. I know you got a thing for her. But all this time, she's never been able to articulate a coherent thought, an idea, a true reason why we should give a damn about her winning anything. And yeah, Trump sitting there over there saying, I'm going to bring down the cost of eggs. He didn't. They came down, though. He went over and said, I'm going to close the border. And he did. And then he did that one thing that he told me he was going to do. I don't think he did it enough. You know, we should have got some better ICE people because it's giving bad publicity when they shoot people. But, you know, when I compare how many black people got killed this year by cops and how many undocumented immigrants got killed, you know, we won that, you know. You know who had more? Us, of course. But for some reason, ain't a whole lot of people upset about it. Because we are not the flavor that they savor. Gator. So, yeah. Kamala Harris is getting primed to run for 2028. It's going to be between her, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, and Wes Moore. Now, Wes Moore is my governor. Did y'all see Wes Moore go on the Killer Mike show? Killer Mike got a podcast. Hey, Killer Mike. Killer Mike came on my show. So, I appreciate that, Killer Mike, but I got to ask. You should have called me because I would have asked him some tough questions. I would have asked him some tough questions. You did not ask tough questions, so I can't comment on the interview. But I can say this. You're going to have to be quicker than that. So Kamala's talking about 2028, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep following this. This is a political-based show. That's why I cut my teeth. That's why I got my accolades. If you don't know about this channel, go in my archives. You'll see I interview Congress people, lawmakers, directors, business owners, doctors. I mean, that's what the Tim Black Show was built on. So it's going to be more of that going forward as we get closer to 2028. And, of course, FBA. Because that is who I am. That's my lineage. All right, let's keep going, fam. I guess she saw Kamala was getting some news, so she wanted to make the news today.
With Tim Black.
So he absolutely knows that his policies don't work for the American people, whether it's the unlawful war, whether it is, stealing. I mean, I think that he's a fan of Young Miami. He's a scammer. I'm sure that's his song too, right? Like he's the scammer. Okay, anyway. So like for sure, whether it's the reflecting pool and
hey, yo. It's gotta be embarrassing when you make a joke and nobody in the audience laughs. Anthony Anderson laughed for everybody because it was corny. I know they set that up. He knew that was coming. Because how could you make a fake laugh that quickly? It was like he was on it immediately. I'm just saying, fam.
and make sure that education is a real possibility for their kiddos, make sure that housing absolutely knows that his policies don't work for the American people, whether it's the unlawful.
That must be the attitude of the Democratic Party.
Next up with Tim Black.
So he absolutely knows that his policies don't work for the American people, whether it's the unlawful war, whether it is, stealing. I mean, I think that he's a fan of Young Miami. He's a scammer. I'm sure that's his song too, right? Like he's the scammer. Okay, anyway. So like for sure, whether it's the reflecting pool and all that nonsense, like the American people are tired and they're just looking for someone that's going to focus on them and make sure that education is a real possibility for their kiddos, make sure that housing is affordable and something that you don't have to, turn 50 years old before you can buy your first home.
Right.
And that jobs are available and paying well as protecting workers. So these midterms matter because if you want to stop some of the harm from being inflicted, it's going to take at least having a House and a Senate that can fight against that. But if you want to start some investigations and actually see some arrest, maybe, or at least us subpoenaing the information that we need as it relates to the Epstein files or anything else,
right?
You need to vote for a Democrat.
Right.
It's time. It's been so nice we've had this time together. This is something, goodbye. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett is, I've seen Sandman Sims come out. Yeah, man, I'm just not feeling it, man. She lost her mojo, didn't she? That was flat. The crowd wasn't into it. I mean, they gave her the clap at the end because that's when the cards go up. You know, they put everyone knows the clap at the end. That's kind of obvious, but if it wasn't for that, fam, it was like crickets in that mofo. Not good. And that's all they got, fam. That's it. It's just Trump evil, Trump bad, Trump nasty, Trump mean, Trump this, Trump that. And now she's talking about the Epstein files. That's it. It ain't gonna work, fam. Yeah, it don't look good, fam. And once again, fam, they're not talking about doing anything for us. Nothing. So it is what it is. Jasmine Crockett, I mean, I think she's gonna be having a podcast on YouTube right next to mine, just like Joy, just like Don Lemon. Like Don Lemon had him and D.L. Hughley. They all got podcasts now, because that's it. That's all. I don't know, man. It's getting late. I want to cover Brandon Tatum. I mean, I don't really want to, but to have a Brandon Tatum clip is just so damn long, man. I don't know if I could do another 20 minutes. I mean, you know what? I'll save it for Friday. What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? Because I got that going on. Friday, you know. They should be investigated. What policies was she promoting? None. She was promoting that we need to fight the Republicans. And I'm like, okay, what policies? What do you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's always got to be an objective. It doesn't seem to be an objective, a real solution that they're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying, Rain and Tears? Yeah, I'm thinking so too, D. Yeah, I think so. Yo, Rain, I feel you, fam. It's sad, fam. I'm just looking at Jasmine Crockett. I mean, she always annoyed me, but she was more interesting. It's like, she's kind of going through the motions. It seems, you know, it seems like she lost a step. Darn. All right, fam, check it out. Look, once again, we'll be back on Friday to finish this up. By that time, I have some other stories. If you have any story ideas, send them to me at tim@timblacktv.com. Do that, and I will take a look at it. Maybe we'll run it, because I need content. I'm tell you the truth, I need content. So that's what it is. I want to thank everybody for checking us out. I want to thank my moderators, Raina Tears, Elizabeth Lunny, and of course, Nene in the building. Thank you. My people, my people, my people. What else? I think we did some good tonight. So it is what it is. Look, we got to always do our best to stay bold, stay courageous, but most of all, stay dangerous. That's right, because lies are easy. Lies are safe. It's the truth that is dangerous. All right? So everybody's got reasons for doing what they do. My reasons are real important reasons. And it goes a little something like this. I see y'all Friday.